On the left-hand side of your screen, you will see the plan. It's now highlighted in blue. So the plan is we're going to be working for 10-minute blocks. And the 10-minute blocks, we're going to try and get 5 rounds or as close to 5 rounds as possible. So it's going to be KB, so kettlebell goblet squat. So you're going to be holding the weight or the dumbbell or the kettlebell, whatever it is, on your chest, and you're going to drop into 20 squats. As soon as you finish those 20 squats, we're going to go into air squats or jump squats, okay? You don't have to let the feet leave the floor. It's fine. It's just body weight. So we're going to be dropping down, and essentially what we're doing is just getting that last bit out of those quads and those hamstrings and glutes after the weighted goblet squats. And then as soon as we're finished that, we're going to go into 10 prisoner lunges each side. So simply put, a prisoner lunge is you interlock your fingers, you put them behind your head like a prisoner, and you're going to lunge forward, drop the knee to the floor and back up. Okay, so the whole idea behind the hands behind the head is to maintain that upper body posture. So you're not dropping down into your lunge. All right. So again, focus on technique, time under tension. Don't worry about the tempo, because regardless of where you are after 10 minutes, the round is ending and we're moving on. All right. So it's 20 squats, 15 jump squats, and then 10 prisoner lunges each side. You're then going to take about 60-second breather. And then we're going to go into the next set of exercises, which is going to be single arm kettlebell swings, so 15 each side, and then offset reverse lunge. So we're going to have the bell on the right shoulder as we kick the right leg back and down into a rear lunge. And then we're going to go 10 on the other side. And we're going to work 5 rounds through that over the course of 10 minutes. So you work at your pace. I don't want you work away at whatever speed works for you. I might shoot on ahead, and Nadine might be lagging behind or shooting on ahead. It doesn't matter. You don't worry about what's going on the screen. You just work through the 3 exercises. Okay. After that, we're then going to go into elevated long leg hip bridge. It's a long old word. So basically it's feet up on the chair or the base of the stairs, and we're driving the hips up into the sky. And then we're going to go into alternate long leg march. That's where you're on your back and we're driving our hips off the floor with our legs straight, and we're going to march our legs heel on the floor. All right. And then butterfly crunch, touch the floor beyond your head, sit up and touch your toes. Again, work your way through the exercises and find the scaling level that works for you. Okay. After that, we're going to go into a staggered deadlift, a pistol squat, and we're going to go left and right for 5 or for 10 rounds, or 10 minutes, 5 rounds. Don't worry too much about block number 2, 3, and 4, because I'll go through a quick synopsis of them before we kick off. All right. So if you have any questions, shout at me. If you don't, I'm just going to mute you and we're going to get into our warm up. So get yourself on the floor, arms out crucifix, and we're going to do cross body kicks to start. So you're going to lie flat on your back, your arms are out crucifix, you're going to lift your leg up and across the body, up and back down. So we're up, across the body, and back down. So we're alternating between left and right. We're just rotating out the back as much as we can. Twisting that spine, keeping the shoulder blades flat on the floor as we go. Okay, so now we're going to go into bridging. So I'm going to bend my knees, put my heels flat on the floor, and drive my hips up into the sky, and then back down, tip the floor. So drive my hips up, lower back down, tip the floor. Up, lower back down, tip the floor. And what I'm looking for here is glute activation. And at the top, you're going to get a nice stretch on the hip flexors. That's the one. And then if you can, go single leg. So do a couple of reps on one leg, followed by a couple of reps on the other leg. That's it. And then back to 2 legs. Again, we're just getting those hips, those glutes, those hamstrings nice and warm, because there's going to be a lot of work going through those glutes and hamstrings today. Okay, and now I want you to flip around into a high plank position, 2 hands, 2 feet. We're going to bring that left foot forward beside the left hand. You can drop your other knee to the floor. And that's a big arm rotation as we twist the upper body. And then back down, change feet, change hands, arm rotation around. So remember, we're just trying to get as much of a rotation as possible on the upper body, but we're also getting a hip flexor stretch and a little bit of a groin hamstring stretch as well with this lunge position. Take your time, just bringing that body up to speed, mobilizing all the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, and getting them ready for the workout. Okay, so back into the high plank position now. Spread your feet nice and wide. Walk your hands all the way in. Sit your hips right down. Push the knees out with your elbows. Hook your fingers under your toes. And then we're going to raise the hips as high as possible. And then sit our hips down as low as possible and push those knees out with the elbows. Raise the hips high. Stretch the hamstrings and lower back. And hips go down, push the knees out. So hips are high and then hips are low. Hips go high and then hips go low. That's the one. Okay, and then up we come. Our feet are on opposite rails, train track style, and we're going to do a lunge, drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push through the sole of the foot, and come back up tall. And again, take your time. This is all about warming up. It's all about bringing the body up to temperature, up to speed, mobilizing all those joints, those tendons, those ligaments, and just getting yourself set. So in a couple of seconds, we're going to go into our 3 exercises. We're going to do 20 goblet squats. That's holding the bell on our chest. We're then going to do 15 jump squats without the bell. And then we're going to go prisoner lunges, fingers interlocked behind the head, 10 on the right, 10 on the left. And we're looking to get 5 rounds done over the course of 10 minutes. Don't freak out if you don't have the 5 rounds done. Just work the problem all the way through for 10 minutes. Okay, so if you have any questions, unmute and shout at me. Otherwise, we're going to get going. Let me just throw some tunes on first. Tunes help mask my heavy, creepy breathing. All right. There we go. Okay, so get your weight there, guys. We're going to kick off now in a couple of seconds. We'll get this video a little bit larger for recording purposes. Okay, 10 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're going for 20 squats, bell on the chest. And then after your 20 squats, you got your 15 jump squats. And after that, you got your prisoner lunges. Keep the gap on the lunge. As soon as you finish your prisoners, you're back to your squats. Quads should be burning all right. Remember, range of movement on everything you do.
Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore. Where the brave are free and love for sure. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Life is a highway. I won't ride all night long.
Legs are burning already. Coming up on halfway. Step 4. Stay with it, guys. Work the exercise. Don't worry about the tempo. Heart rate is definitely up. Woo. Nice work, 2.5 minutes to go. Keep moving. 90 seconds. Last 60. All the way home. And rest. Okay, we got 60 seconds. We're gonna go into kettlebell swings or dumbbell swings. 15 with the right hand, 15 with the left hand. After that, we're going into our offset reverse lunge. So what that means is hold the weight on your right shoulder as you kick the right leg out behind. I want that highlight on sound. There we go. So we got 25 seconds. Grab your water if you need it. It's a swing and a rear lunge. And we're splitting it between left and right. Okay, 10 seconds, start getting in the zone. Swinging it on the right side in 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So remember with your swing, 3 points to focus on. It's driving aggressively through the soles of the feet, keeping the shoulder blades pinned back at all times, squeezing the abs at the top. Remember with the rear lunge, maintain those feet on opposite rails. As soon as you finish both sides, 10 reps on the rear lunge, back to your swings. Try and keep those rest periods to a minimum.
Sometimes, yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize on my enemies. I wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
Stay with me.
I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
We're over halfway.
Taking my time on my ride. Yeah!
3.5 to go.
Taking my time on my ride. I've been thinking too much. 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 I've been thinking too much.
Two and a half. You got 1 minute and 45 seconds left, guys. Keep working to the finish line. 90 seconds. Keep moving. That's it. Stay in control. Focus on your breathing. With the swings, you're focusing on driving through the soles of the feet. Come up tall, aggressively. And then we squeeze our abs at the top to act as a handbrake for the hips. You're inside the last 60. "45 seconds. 40 seconds to go. Nice work. You're inside the last 30. Keep working at your pace with the correct technique. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we got 60 seconds. So we got 3 exercises to get through. It's gonna be an elevated long leg hip bridge. So that means lying on our back, right leg on the chair, leg is straight with a very slight bend on the right knee, and we're pushing our hips up off the floor. And we're looking to really target the hamstrings, okay? So we gotta keep that leg as straight as we can, but also keep a slight bend on the knee because you wanna keep the focus on the muscle. So we're gonna go 15 on the right side, 15 on the left side. We're then gonna get off the chair. We're gonna lie back on our elbows like we were on a beach, and we're gonna raise our hips off the floor through our heels, and we're gonna march out those legs, 20 reps. And then after that, we're into butterfly crunch. That's where we're touching the floor beyond the head, sitting up and touching our toes. Soles of the feet are pinched together. If you're not sure, go slow. Have a look at my technique. In 3, 2, 1. Lying flat on our back. Straight leg on the chair. Other leg is not involved. Driving our hips up 15 reps. Inside. And after you got 15 to 15, prop yourself up on your elbows, raise your hips off the floor. If you're struggling, lie back, take the pressure off your glutes. Isolating those hamstrings. After that, we've got to bring the soles of the feet together, knees fall out, touch the floor beyond your head, sit up and hit your toes. 10 reps. Back to the chair for round 2. Feel those hamstrings burning, and I'm only on round 2. Yeah, I got my marks for 20. Stay on my back for this one. Woo! The butterfly crunch is the relief and the rest for the hamstrings. Remember, go at your pace. Don't worry about the amount of reps or rounds. Focus on the technique. You're definitely going to be aware of your legs, hamstrings, quads, glutes after this one today. That's 3 down from me. I'm halfway through, 5 minutes to go. I've got 2 rounds left, and they feel like I've done about 50 rounds. Wow. All right, here we go, round 4. My neck is feeling. You're struggling, you can always put one heel on top of the toe or the other heel on the chair very lightly, as long as the emphasis is on that working side. Oh wow. So tired, the movement pattern goes out the window. You start to forget how to move. You gotta take an extra second to dial in that technique. Keep that foot off the floor with the alternates. Last round. 3 minutes to go. Again, technique always beats tempo. You guys get to mute your mic. I gotta keep mine on. Oh, you gotta hear me swearing, breathing heavy. You got a minute 25, guys. All the way home. As soon as you finish, grab your water. You got 1 minute, 10 seconds to rest. If you're finished the 5 rounds before then, grab some water. But there's no point in shaving reps. It's you versus you. I can't even see you right now, so you keep working. 45 seconds, and then we're all resting. Whew. 30 seconds. Last 20 seconds, keep working through the reps. 10. And rest. Okay, in 60 seconds time, we're going into our last set of exercises. It's fairly straightforward from a remembering point of view. It's a staggered Romanian deadlift. So what that means is we're gonna have our feet hip width, okay? And then I'm gonna put my left leg in front. I'm gonna hold the bell in my right hand, and I'm gonna use the inside of my left leg as my contour to run the bell all the way down mid-shin and come back up. So my left leg is 99.9% load bearing. I'm then gonna go onto my left leg for pistol squats. That's where I'm sitting on the chair, driving through the sole of that foot and back up. Again, you can adjust the weight according to your ability. We're gonna go 10 staggered left, 10 pistol left, and then change it to the right. And we're going in 10 seconds. We're aiming to get 10 minutes or 5 rounds, whichever comes first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot in front, bell is in the right hand. We're gonna keep our shoulder blades pinned back. We're gonna go into a single leg deadlift. That right leg is not load bearing. And we're looking to target the back of the quad. That's the hamstring and glute area. Now, some of us mightn't be good enough on the pistols with a bell. If that's the case, hold it with 2 hands or get rid of the weight entirely. And don't be afraid to adjust the weight as the sets go on, because fatigue will play a role in technique breakdown. And if you're struggling with the pistols without a weight, use the support structure. Put your hands on the chair in order to help get up and down. But ideally, we want to be focusing on that one leg, back of that leg entirely. single leg squat anything. That's my kryptonite. Woo. I have to start using a very light bit of heel on the floor. I'm doing pistols. I'm using my knee too much. About 90%, 10% in favor of load bearing. I think that's 9. Oh. Ah. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. Just resign yourself to the fact that you're working to the finish line. And focus on where you want that resistance to be. Keep the abs tight. Keep the sole of the foot flat on the floor. Pretty gnarly session today. Inside the last 4. Keep an eye on that posture on the shoulder blades. Oh. Woo. Inside the last 3. Oh. Oh, 2.5 to go. Remember, trying to isolate that leg as much as possible. Whew. 90 seconds. Last 60 seconds. And rest. Woo. Okay. That was a griller. Take a breather, grab some water. Let your heart rate come back down. We'll get into our cool down stretches. So we'll get into a passive hang. Last 2 minutes. Okay. Just give yourself a little bit of space. Feet nice and wide. Soften your knees, stick your butt out the back, and just drop the backs of those hands to the floor. Control the breathing, in through nose, out through mouth, and just relax as best you can into that stretch. So we're looking to bring the heart rate down with our breathing. We're looking to stretch the groin with the width of the feet. And we're looking to stretch all the way up the back of the body from the base of the leg, the heels, all the way up through into the shoulder sockets. So we're talking Achilles, we're talking soleus, which is lower calf, and then your general gastric, which is your general calf. Then it's into the back of the leg, thigh. Then it's into the glute. Then it's into the lower back, middle back, shoulder blades, shoulder sockets. And the shoulder sockets just relax and release their grip on the actual ball of the shoulder itself. In through nose, exhale out the mouth. Try and sink a little heavier into it. Don't push into it, just sink into it. Okay, from there, we're going to go into a lunge. We're going to put our left knee on the floor. I'm going to put our right foot out in front, 2 hands on top of our right knee, and just tip that knee forward. Feel that stretch on that hip flexor, which is on the knee at the back. And again, big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And just fall forward. Let the body sink into that stretch. And again, control your breathing. The breathing controls the heart rate. The mind controls the breathing. The breathing controls the heart rate. Okay, let's change other side. Right knee down, left foot in front, 2 hands or elbows on top of the right knee or left knee and tip it forward. And we're looking to emphasize the stretch on the right hip flexor. Shoulder blades relaxed. Body falls forward into that stretch. Non-aggressively, nice and passively. Whew. Okay, a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, up we come. Big breath in through the nose as we do. Exhale out the mouth. That's your luck, guys. Wednesday session done. Excellent work.